Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello.
Hi.
Can you stamp your feet?
I've never heard this one before.
Can you reach up high? Oh my gosh, too high. Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello. Welcome back to the We're Related podcast. Woo! This is a little different of a setup going on today. What did she say?
Oh,
I am back. I'm back home with visiting family, and so
she doesn't have to worry about kids,
don't have to worry about kids.
except still does.
It's been wonderful. And we said, what better way to do our thing than to do a podcast, than to work while on vacation, right? It's
always
hard things to do to be entrepreneurs these days. 57% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you're one of those 57%, hit that subscribe button.
Really?
You don't need to be rude about it. Yeah, today it's a big day. We are starting Catching Fire of the Hunger Games, chapters 1 through 7. This section felt kind of slow.
Yeah.
To me.
I agree with that part.
Like, it wasn't aggressively quick. And, you know, we're getting back into, I don't know when the second book was released after the first book. So there's a lot of recapping going on and reminding of what had just happened.
Yeah.
All the stuff like that. Chapter 1. This was kind of a lot about Gale.
Yeah.
The whole chapter was about Gale and how she's kind of gotten back in the flow of everything. And she's kind of accepting that she's in love with Gale.
Yeah.
I would say.
But she's also like, oh, he's in a mine, so I have to worry about him 24/7.
Right. She's always worrying about him. She's having to take care of both of their families now, which at that point, you're already married. You might as well just do it. Might as well just be married because you're taking care of his family while he's out in the mines, taking care of your family. Like, then he doesn't have to feel bad about taking her money, because we all know that if you had the opportunity to have all that money, you would. You should take it.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Something that I thought was kind of funny is that victors are required to like have a hobby to brag about, which is so funny. So I've decided that Haymitch's hobby is drinking. That's what he likes to do for fun. Peeta is a baker. He's always been a baker.
Yeah.
But then Katniss is like, my hobby is making dresses, but actually Cinna makes them. I think that's so funny. That she's like,
isn't Peeta's painting?
Oh, he is painting. That's right. Painting and
because baking. He has all these paintings of all of his nightmares from the game.
Yeah. No, you're right. So maybe that was their occupation that I wrote down. I can't remember. Either way, Haymitch's hobby is drinking.
That's all that matters.
That's what he does in his pastime. Yeah.
And being knocked out.
And just not being there. Yeah. He's there, but he's not there. Yeah. So that I thought that was funny. That, like, she can't show off what she actually likes to do because it's against the law.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's kind of a bummer. You know, whatever. Then it talks about like how empty the victor's village is, which I think is really sad.
Yeah.
Just how, I don't know, like, I don't know how lively her old neighborhood was.
Yeah.
But I feel like just it being so quiet and so silent all the time, that would be really annoying.
Yeah, and they also don't really get that many victors either.
Right, now there's only 3 of them.
Like, I'm trying to think if Haymitch even had one. I don't think he did.
He had a house.
No,
he was all alone.
Had a mentor.
Oh, no, he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think.
Because apart from those 2, I think there was only one other victor.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I thought it was only Haymitch.
No, it's in a different book.
Oh.
I watched a YouTube video on all the victors.
Gotcha. But as far as everything goes now, I guess it is just Haymitch. Yeah. So maybe there is a chance that he had a mentor of some sort.
But I don't know how long they lived. So
right. Like, I guess that is something to put into consideration as well.
Like, being a victor probably was a very, very lonely thing.
Oh, I think it always would be. I think for
unless
anyone.
you're in like District 1 and 2, because they always win, and they probably.
I also think, like, emotionally.
Yeah.
Like, mentally, that is a very, like, lonely thing. Like, now the three of them, at least in District 12, they all can kind of commiserate together.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, our lives are hard and all we do is have nightmares now. But they can do it together.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's a forever thing. Like, I would think Haymitch drinks because he just doesn't want to think about or have any of these memories that keep coming.
But also, I bet he also drinks because of how many kids he's like failed in his mind.
Yeah. There's so many things that like are in consideration.
Because he was probably very, very excited to like help them and like teach them.
Yeah. And like, I'm going to keep you alive.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't.
And then they just slowly keep on dying, I'm guessing, from the careers. Like, they just keep
just
on.
In general. Yeah.
Right.
Well, just a hard thing to go into.
Yeah.
You're walking into a fight, but you're already bleeding, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of miserable. Then we're talking about Snow. Katniss is out hunting, right? That's what she does. And she goes home, and they're like, you have a visitor. And she's like, okay. And it's the snaky boy, President Snow. That smells like roses and blood.
I don't think that should be a compliment.
I wouldn't think that's a compliment.
Like, if you smell like roses have a good smell, but blood, I don't want to be smelling like blood.
Right. That's well, and she's like nervous about it too the whole time. She's like, why does it smell like blood? Like, what is going on?
She's like,
with this guy? Yeah. Because she knows blood. She's just been hanging around it for so long. Yeah. But Snow knows everything. We're in chapter 2 now. He knows everything. He knows they kissed, Gale and Katniss. Crazy. And they kind of just like brush right over it too. Yeah. She's like, oh, yeah, like, oh my gosh, we kissed.
And then just never touch bases on that ever again.
They just
they just go back to normal after.
Yeah. That. Crazy. By the way,
I would think after that, I'd want to have questions after that, like.
Right.
But Katniss doesn't ask anything. Like, she's like, "Oh, this is."
It also was like sprung on her. She said she wanted to ask him, but she hadn't seen him in so long it had become like awkward. Like, girl, just ask. What's such a 17-year-old thing? Like, you just forget about it. Yeah. Like, oh, it's been too long. I can't ask about it. I don't know. She's got 2 boyfriends. One of them's her cousin Gale. Yeah. One of them is Peeta. She's in a mess with Mr. Snow, and he's not having it.
Oh yeah, we should go on the deep dive on how they became cousins. So in the Hunger Games, they wanted to go through like family and friends. So everyone was like, "Oh, you should go talk to Gale," and they're like, "There's a nice, good-looking man is friends with Katniss." Or like, "Oh, they gotta be dating."
Right.
But Peeta is dating Katniss, so they had to come up with a different thing, being like they're cousins.
Right. Because if they weren't, then that puts Katniss and Peeta at risk.
Yeah.
Because of the whole like lover thing that they had going on. And so they were like, well, they're just cousins. Which, I mean, they acted like family. They acted like cousins up until Gale freaking kissed her.
And somehow Snow knows about it.
Because he's watching everything. Yeah. I firmly believe he has known about, like,
everything.
Not necessarily saying it's on his radar of, like, I don't think he was watching them, like, this whole time. But I do think there is so much security in this place that I would be surprised if he didn't know anything about her after she was picked in the reaping. Like, I would think he knows every single thing about every single person. So he knows that she hunts. He knows That's my theory, is that he knows everything about everyone.
Plus, there are also probably cameras in like pretty much every other spot.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Everything is so
I'm pretty sure
monitored.
there's no blind spot, I bet. Like, not even in the houses.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so at all. But then Katniss is like, just kill me then. Why don't you just kill me? Because Snow is like,
Yeah.
well, you know, you're not convincing. You lied. You're a liar, and you are starting rebellions all over the freaking place.
No, like, you have to.
Like, you have to fix it. Yeah. She's like, just kill me instead. It'll be easier to be dead.
But then that would cause even more.
That's what I was thinking too.
Like, if he did just kill her, that would spark up even more. But just that would spark
crazy. But yeah, that's what I wrote down.
And 11
is that Snow needs Katniss alive for all the publicity's sake, good or bad. She has to stay alive because how sketchy would it be to have your brand new victor, and it's a crazy victor year, because there's two of them, have one of them surprisingly die because they like violated Capitol rules. Everyone would be in on that.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, oh, bull crap. We know it was you.
Yeah.
But does that go to show that like Panem as a whole, is it actually a very fragile system?
I would say yes, because like even this like sliver of rebellion in 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 already started to cause like a big uproar like in the capital.
Yeah.
Like, and right when all the other districts heard it, it started to crack down.
Yeah. Like everyone just is sick of all the power of President Snow. And is it just President Snow that is the power? Like, is there a larger organization, or is it just Snow? You know, I think it's just him. I think it's just this crazy guy who just wants to be like the king, who just wants everyone to obey what he says. You know, if he were to die, or if someone were to take his place, what would the world look like? Would it be?
Would it be same, or would it be an even worse shambles?
Or would it be fine? Like, would it be like, oh, we all have to help each other out. Every district has important things, but it's not as, I don't know, mean, terrible.
Yeah. Snow is just not a good person, let's put it there.
Yeah.
Unless he's fighting for life.
He's a terrible human being. But yeah, President Snow drops the "I saw you and Gale kiss" thing as he's leaving.
Yeah.
Like he's walking out the door and is like, by the way.
That's like one of the most...
I would probably poop my pants right then.
Like, oh, shoot. No.
Because, yeah, it's a mess. So, homegirl Katniss is freaking out. She's having panic attacks. She can't breathe. She doesn't know what to do. Because she's spiraling. She's basically thinking everything we were just talking about. Like, why is everyone watching us? What am I going to do? How am I going to keep everyone safe? Like, all the craziness.
And Snow has the audacity by saying, try and convince me that you and Peeta are dating.
You are in love. You have to convince me.
Like,
oh my gosh. I hate him.
It's gotta be like some weird fetish there.
There's something wrong with him. Like, just I think it is just a power thing.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying. But eventually Katniss runs into Peeta again, and they're like, oh, we have to fake being in love again.
Peeta's like, wait, you were faking?
Right. I think it's in chapter 3. I can't quite remember. But like chapter 3, they're getting on the train. They're getting ready to go on their Victor's tour. That's what they have to do. They have to go
in the middle
and force everyone to kind of relive everything again, to get ready for the next one. All just terrible things. And Peeta's like, let's just be friends for now. Like, let's start as just being friends. Let's not hate each other. We're going to be with each other forever, basically, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Whether we're family or not, we're going to be stuck together on this train every year until we die. So we might as well be friends.
Yeah.
Right? And so they're faking their romance, but on the side, they also have decided to kind of start being friends, which I appreciate.
Which I feel like should be the civil thing to do.
Right.
Like,
I think it's the natural thing to do, for sure. And they mention the quarter quell is coming up. And I would think that's probably why Haymitch is getting so hammered these days.
Because he was a quarter quell.
He was the quarter quell victor.
Yeah.
And so all those memories are coming up, and they say he is actually going to be in the spotlight a lot more because of
the quarter quell.
He's the victor of the last one.
Which I think the last one had 41.
It was
because they wanted more.
20. It was 48. They doubled all the people.
Because they started to talk about the last quarter quell.
Yeah. And so because this next one, 75, is a quarter quell, they are going to mention it. Which something I was curious about is it's only been this will be 75.
Yeah.
Is it possible that the 25-year victor would still be alive as well? Because that would put them
25.
Because it's only been 50 years, and they would have been a teenager.
Yeah.
So they'd be like 70s-ish.
Yeah.
They could still be alive. Yeah. Well, not 70s.
Depends on which district. Because if I was in any lower district, I'd be like, just end me.
You probably wouldn't.
Like, I wouldn't want to be reliving those memories day by day.
But then it also made me wonder, like, is the first victor of the Hunger Games still alive? I don't know.
That might be a little more of a stretch.
But I was like, it's only been 75 years, so they could be like, they'd be close to 100. I don't really think in this society you live that long.
Yeah. I think the max they'd be living would be like 75.
Yeah. So maybe they're like
maybe
dying off.
80.
But that was a good thought of just like, I wonder if other people are still alive too. Like of these quarter quells, these big competitions.
Because they do talk about like District 1 has many victors in their victors village, and District 2. Like they have like all these, I wonder like how far they date back.
Well, it's at least 75 years. But how long are they still alive is another question.
Because if I was in the higher districts, I'd be like, you know what? I kind of like it here.
Right.
I wouldn't want to.
I think it just depends on the life you're living, and if you choose to be good or if you choose to be
hammered all the time.
Bad. Or drunk all the time. Those are kind of your choices.
If I could, I would have chosen Haymitch's route too.
I probably would too, if I'm being honest. Ugh, it's too much. You just feel bad for him too.
Yeah.
But the stylists are there. They're getting ready for the train. Something I thought was so sweet was that the mom comes in while they're getting Katniss ready for the train. And she was like, Cinna asked me to show you guys how I do her hair. And I just thought that was really sweet that like her mom did her hair for her again before she went out. I was like, oh, that's cute. Like maybe they're healing from their relationship issues that have and she does say she's kind of letting go of that. Like her mom couldn't control what she was feeling at the time of her dad passing. Like it was just such deep sadness. She couldn't control what she was doing. But I just thought that was sweet. That it was like she's going off again and they're getting her mom to do her hair again. Like, just cute.
And just how closely did those guys actually look? Like, did they look at every single finger movement while she was braiding? Like,
they were like hairstylists.
Yeah.
And Cinna wanted them to learn how to do it. Like, she was teaching them how she does it.
Because I would have just been like, wait, can you go like even slower? Like because they're like going
and they were asking questions and they were like
pace,
they were like watching and really studying, and like I think Katniss appreciated that. I think the mom appreciated that. I appreciated that. All the things. But they get on the boat, not the boat, they get on the train. Get on the train.
Same thing, right?
And Haymitch basically comes up to Katniss and she's like, she's kind of like, oh, we gotta do this again. Like, oh, whatever. And maybe she tells Haymitch at this point everything that had just happened. Yeah. I think she had.
Yeah, because she goes.
They got off the train.
Yeah, they got off the train, went to like
to gas up. Yeah. And she told him everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't freaking get it. You're going to live on this train forever. Like, you have to get married. You have to be together forever.
Yeah.
You have to play this facade forever and ever and ever. And she's like, well, dang, I have to marry Peeta. Like, that's the last sentence of chapter 3. I guess I have to marry Peeta.
And then I think they go back into the train.
Yeah.
They wait till morning. Because, mind you, this is probably like 12 or like 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's late.
Like, they're out in the bushes talking, and
just yapping in the bush.
And the only way that Katniss got out is because Haymitch walked out first, and she just went, "Sorry, he's drunk,"
right,
and just followed him to the bushes.
Right. Which, thank goodness for that, you know, because I think it probably was nice for her to just like tell someone about it.
And then, and then it goes into chapter 4.
Yeah.
Which is the big one.
The big one, yeah. It's that one I was tearing up a little bit. It's so sad. Yeah, we're in the morning and the train breaks down again. So Effie's freaking out. She's like, "We're gonna be late." You know,
and Katniss is like, "Shut up."
Katniss is like, "Whatever." Oh, she throws a fit at Effie. She's screaming at her. And she leaves. She gets off the train. She's like, "I'm running away right now. I'm not looking back." Doesn't happen. She runs into Peeta. And they have a cute little moment together where they're having some friendship and they learn each other's favorite colors. It's so cute. This is where my team Peeta starts coming in a little bit. Because we're forced to marry Peeta now. So we just have to be okay with him.
Yeah.
Right?
And Peeta's also just a good guy.
He's a good guy, and he's putting in the effort of just being like, let's be friends. Let's learn about each other, like have some friendship moments. It's that growing, and I like that. Where like we had that with Gale. We were growing with Gale. Mm-hmm. And now we can start seeing that with Peeta while Gale's kind of
being
booked and busy. Booked and busy digging for coal.
As a child, he's always yearned for the mines.
Oh. Yeah. And then we see Peeta's paintings. Katniss has never seen them.
Which she's like, "How do you remember all these?" Like,
yeah. He's like, "How can you freaking forget?" Like, oh my gosh, trauma bonding again. But
Part 2.
I would be interested to see them. I'm sure they're beautiful. Like in my brain, I'm like, they're very realistic, very beautiful pictures.
And all of them have like Katniss in them.
Yeah, because he loves her.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a turnoff though? Is like, oh, we just started being friends, and then I have every single painting of you.
Want to see my painting?
Want to see all my paintings, and you're in every single one.
But they're all like these like cute moments. Like one of them's
not.
Hey, one of them's when they're in the cave.
Well, yes, of course.
And then like another one's like when they're out getting like food. Like
but he also talks about like Glimmer as the mutt. Like her with her glowing green eyes and her. So it's not all like it's nice stuff, but they're all beautiful pictures. Like they're wonderful. And Katniss is like, I hate them all.
She's like, may the power of Christ compel you.
He's like, they're that bad. And she's like, no, they're too good. She's so hard. But they finally make it back to District 11. Hallelujah. And she does notice right off the get-go how heavy the peacekeeper presence is. There's guards everywhere from the second they get into the boundaries of the district.
Yeah, and they're like being rushed into like places like they're about to die.
Yeah, like this is not
like this. I'm trying to put like this is like the North Korea.
Yeah,
like
and
level guard.
You know, District 12 is pretty laid back.
Yeah,
they're like, we know where we stand. The peacekeepers are pretty chill.
Yeah, like they sell to the peacekeepers.
They hang out with the peacekeepers. They, you know, they know them. They all know each other, and so. Yeah, some things are kind of like pushed, but a lot of it is District 12. They just kind of keep to themselves. They kind of have their own flow, and so it was really shocking where District 11 is pretty similar in status to be so heavily guarded. And I was like, I wonder if it's because food's more important than power.
But also, they did lose Rue and Thresh.
Well, yeah.
Which I bet that probably caused a big uproar.
It could have. And I would think it probably would
because
have too because
Rue
of the
was
bread.
and Rue was also the one to wake everyone up in the mornings.
Yeah, but yeah, everyone's replaceable.
Yeah.
So they probably replaced her the second she left. But yeah, we see Rue's family. She's the oldest, and she has like 4 or 5 younger siblings. And Thresh has like a sister and a grandma. Like they're just kind of left alone and sad, and they have to read this stupid script from Effie. Peeta is once again throwing out the good stuff, and he says that they're giving District 11, Thresh's family and Rue's family, a month of their earnings every year, which is enough for them to survive for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy. Just how much money these people get, these kids get for the rest of their lives.
I'm like, if I was the parent, I'd be like,
oh my god.
I'd be like, can I borrow like 20?
Well, and that's why like Katniss's mom lives with her.
Yeah.
They said in chapter 1 that like the house is still her mom's. If Katniss were to die, mom and sister would be sent back to their house.
Yeah.
Like just crazy. Ooh, just nutso. And so Katniss is like, well, that's so nice, but also we're kind of in trouble a little bit for doing that. Yeah. We don't know if you can do that.
So that's why I bet he didn't verify with Effie first.
He didn't say anything. I think he just was speaking from the heart, and because of the connection they had with both of them, it seemed like the right thing to do. And for me, I would probably do the same thing. Like,
except I'd try and give all of mine to them.
Yeah, and I would be the same way of like every district, probably not a month. I need some to live off of as well. but you know,
I would probably skip a few because like,
District 1, District 2, like you're probably fine.
I'll probably like toss a 1 at Cato's family, just like a paper airplane.
I hate Cato. And yeah, they're about to leave. And like the whole speech is done. Katniss hasn't said a dang word.
Yeah.
Or she has, but just what she's supposed to say. And she sees Rue's sister, which is so sweet. And she's like, it's Rue looking at me. And so she goes back and she's like, wait, everyone, I have something to say. I have something I need to say right now.
Just like the clanking of a glass, like as a toast.
Yeah. Everyone, wait, don't go yet. It's my turn. And she says some really nice things about them. And she ends it by saying, thank you for all the bread. And I was like, oh, that was so sweet. Because how many of them probably sacrificed so much for that bread? And, you know, kind of to go with everything too, with like the uprisings and the rebellions. Like maybe that's why there's so much of a presence, because District 11 did rebel by sending the bread. Which is why I felt like that should have been such a bigger thing in the movie. Yeah. It just
they didn't even show her getting bread.
Yeah, they didn't. And I feel like that was such a pivotal thing for me, like in these books. It's like District 11 sent the bread. And you don't do that. Like you don't send things to people who aren't in your district, because especially these outer districts where there's not money to spare. And they spared their money for her. Like, so crazy. And the old man gets shot in public. Terrifying. That's how we end chapter 4.
And then we also do get the 3 fingers and the whistle.
That was the guy. Yeah, the old guy. And then as they're going in to the building, they bring the guy up and they shoot him. Just in front of everyone, by the way, too. Yeah. Not even...
I feel bad for those kids.
Like in front of children, in front of something too that I forgot about until just now is they mentioned they only brought a set number of people in from District 11. District 11 is huge. And they only brought a few people in to come and watch their speech. And they were trying to guess how many people were a part of District 11.
Yeah.
Because most of them had to go out and work. Like it was only the people like on their breaks that could come and watch. So it was so interesting to be like, District 12 had like 8,000 people in it or something.
Yeah.
So I wonder how much or how many people are in these other districts, like food and whatever.
Which I would surely think that there would be more in the District 11 because you'd have to take care of the food and like it'd be a lengthy process, and everyone probably has a big farm, so they'd need a big family for it. Like,
yeah, that makes sense. It's just interesting to think about that District 12 is actually probably a very small district in size and in people. District 11 is huge in size and in people. Moving on to chapter 5, talking about the bread again a little bit. Hey Mitch and Katniss and Peeta are kind of all fighting up in the attic. That's how we start. They're having a fight because the guy's dead, and Haymitch is like, "You guys need to stop doing all of this."
no, it wasn't in the attic. It was in a dome.
Oh, a dome. Still, it was somewhere else in the building.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You guys need to chill out. You are causing problems. You need to stop." Because Peeta doesn't know all about the stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
No one's told him. He's once again out of the loop, and he's pissed.
But also, when was Peeta ever in the loop?
Peeta's never been in the loop, but that's why he's upset. It's because he's like, I just donated a crap ton of money to these people, and you're saying that there's already like a red dot on my head? Like, there's already a laser pointed at me right now, and I just went and did this, and I just like did stuff to make this worse, and I didn't even know. Like, I have family who could die too. You guys are all being selfish. Whatever. He says something along the lines of like, I wasn't even chosen for this. Like, without Katniss, I would have been dead. And so that's so frustrating. And Katniss is like, you picked me? Like, Haymitch could only pick one to keep alive.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah.
I mean, smart move on him, though.
You like, chose me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bro was probably like, I already need alcohol. We need to wrap this up quickly.
You were the better chance. Sorry, Peeta. Like, whatever. Poor guy. And that's kind of how that all ends. Is like, that's District 11. And then chapter 5, we just rush through the rest of the districts.
Yeah.
She goes to sleep. She has a nightmare. Peeta comes in. She doesn't have nightmares anymore. Then they get off the train. They talk. They go to dinner. Get back on the train for the next 10 days.
Yeah. And then they're in the Capitol.
And now they're in the Capitol. They're in the Capitol. Oh, they're in the Capitol. Peeta proposes.
No, but then before that, they're in the train. She's like, well, I guess me and you now have to be proposed. And then Peeta storms out like a little crybaby.
Well, that's not really the way you want someone to be like, I think we should get married. She's like, I guess this is what you have to do. Yeah. So.
And then Haymitch is like, you did something wrong.
Like, you need to be better at talking to people. So they get engaged. They put on the show. And they put on a show on the show. Because it's with Caesar Flickerman. They're hanging out again.
Love Caesar.
Love Caesar. He's a great guy.
Everyone needs a friend like Caesar.
They get engaged. And who shows up? President Snow. On the TV. And they start kind of like talking. And she looks at him. And they're like mind talking, right? Because now they're besties. They've had a meeting together. They're besties. And he basically speaks to her non-verbally by saying, that wasn't enough and now you have to die. That's how she takes it. And she's relieved. Chapter 6.
Let's go.
She's like, oh, great. The pressure's off. And they start kind of like bantering with each other about how quick are we going to get married? Because my mom is not going to let me get married anytime soon. Like, that's been the whole joke. Is like the mom will not let them get married.
Because they're both like 17. Like 17 and maybe 18 if Peeta is.
Like, like so funny. So
unless Peeta could be 16.
I do like their little friendship there though. And like, I think as terrible as Snow is, they do have somewhat of a friendship kind of going on that kind of grows a little bit.
Yeah.
Snow likes Katniss. I think he sees himself in Katniss. in a way. And that's why that's scary for him.
Yeah.
Is because he has all this power, all this charisma, all this whatever, but she has it too. And I think that scares him and intrigues him.
Yeah, because it kind of puts it off balance there.
Yeah, it's because no one else is willing to kind of
stand up.
Yeah, stand up or say anything to him, for crying out loud. You just look away and he's the president of the world, whatever.
And Katniss is the only one like, you know what?
Freak you. Yeah. We're gonna chat. So yeah, that all happened. They go to President Snell's house for the dinner. Rich people are weird. They're doing weird things.
Yeah.
They're eating all the food that District 11 is slaved over for.
And then they drink this drink, which makes them throw up.
The vomit drink.
And then...
Which Peeta took a sip of, by the way. He took a sip of it.
What?
And they were like, oh, don't do that here. Do that in the bathroom. And he, was fine. So it's not that potent.
Yeah.
Right? You have to drink the whole thing. But I just kept being like, is Peeta going to go throw up? Because he drinks a little bit and they're like, don't do that. And he's like, okay, Katniss, let's go dance. And I was worried he's going to,
he just throws up on her.
Just kind of, but maybe he does go because Plutarch.
He has to ask for a dance.
So he dances with Katniss. And this is the first time we kind of get to know him. He's the new head game maker. Because Seneca Crane kicked the bucket. Rest in peace.
Some blueberries.
But Plutarch shows her at the end of his dance. First of all, he tells her, he's like, we're going to go and discuss the Cortiquil right now. So I got to go. And he shows her on his watch. There's a Mockingjay on the watch. Which she finds a little weird, but also not at the same time. Because the fashion right now, everyone's wearing Mockingjays.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because she was wearing a Mockingjay pin in the Hunger Games.
Yeah. So it's all the fashion right now. And she's like, that's weird that he's showing this to me. Maybe it's to brag he has the only one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was showing some part of being a part of the rebellion. That's my theory, is that he is actually part of the rebellion and he was showing it to her, but she just was too dumb to recognize it because she's not really a part of it.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah.
But she's the face of this uprising.
Yeah.
She's the face of this rebellion. She doesn't even know it yet. And he's showing her in his watch. This is
just a little Mockingjay,
yeah.
So it's just fashion. He must be a fashionista.
Yeah. So I think he's part of the rebellion. She just didn't catch on.
That would make sense.
Rather than just be like, look at this. Gotta go. I would brag about it, I guess. Yeah. If it was a fashion thing.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He just flashed it and then left. Smiled at her and left. He's like, gotta go plan the next 24 people.
This at the beginning of the book. It also did have a little bit of a kind of a flashback of her and her dad, because they used to go out to this pond and he taught her how to swim.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little kind of cute because it was showing a bit of her dad that we haven't seen.
Yeah, it was really cute. And I think her dad would have been a lovely human being.
Yeah.
So we're finally back in District 12. Hallelujah. It's been the longest 2 weeks of our life. She gets back home. And she's at her friend Madge's house, who we don't know anything about Madge. Yeah. But they're friends. Both of them have similar schedules of doing nothing.
Yep.
So they've been hanging out.
Isn't she the mayor's daughter?
Yeah. She doesn't have to go to school. She doesn't have to go to school. They hang out. They do whatever. Because everyone else has to go to school or has to go to work at this point. So they got really nothing else to do. So she goes. They're at Madge's house. She's getting all ready for their dinner. Or their feast, whatever. Everyone gets fed today in District 12, which is great. Yeah. That doesn't ever happen. So good for her for that. She should be proud that she at least is able to feed these people so often right now.
And the Capitol's actually paying for it all too.
Yeah, so everyone's eating for free. Everyone's bellies are full. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a lovely thing. And I would, out of everything, you fed everyone for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you should be proud of that. I would be.
I'm wondering if like everyone just got like take home leftovers, like colander, like they just bring their pot
Maybe.
and it's like
Just food.
yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to see how it all looks, but it's probably not as fancy as I'm thinking in my brain.
Yeah.
Because District 12 is pretty slummy. But she's going to go hang out with Madge before the party starts. So I believe she either gets to Madge's room or she's in the mayor's office. I can't remember. Either way, she sees that District 8 has started an uprising.
Another? Come on, guys.
Unfortunately. This is the first confirmed one, I would say. We haven't seen any other ones. But it's worth speculating that 11 did have an uprising.
Yeah. Because of all the peacekeepers that were
because of all the presence there, yeah. But District 8 is having it right now. And this is where she sees for the first time the Mockingjays on banners and her face on banners. And that's probably a little scary.
Yeah. She's like, why is my face on TV?
I am the face of this. Like, no wonder President Snow is freaking out.
Yeah.
Because he thinks I'm doing all of this. And to be fair, she is.
Kind of.
She made a choice. Yeah. But it's not her fault that everyone decided she's the face of it. You know, that's kind of just a byproduct of whatever happened. She's freaking out. She goes to the woods. I think if this is the next day or something, timelines get a little tricky in these chapters. Like, we get really detailed for a minute and then, like, days pass in the next sentence. It's so bizarre to me. But she's decided they're running away. She's going to run away. She meets up with Gale. And
they get 20 feet on.
And like they're talking and she's like, let's run away. And he's like, heck yeah. And then she starts talking about like Haymitch and Peeta. And immediately Gale's turned off because he's like, who cares about them?
We're running.
Let's get out of here.
But then if they run away, a lot worse is going to happen to them.
A lot worse will happen to them. And unfortunately, she is a good person. So she's worried about it. And she ends up telling Gale everything.
Yeah.
Everything she saw. And so Gale's like, well, now on top of that, A, I'm not going to hang out with Peeta. And B, like, people want to fight. Like, I want to stay and fight. People are done with all of this. And if it's happening there, like,
we should do it here too.
do it here too. Yeah. And so Gale is like, heck no, I'm staying. And Katniss is like, fine, bye. I'm going to go get Peeta and we're going to leave. We're out of here. Frick you, cousin. We're out of here.
And now she's like, oh crap, now I have to make it home before he does.
Because she wants to take Gale's family.
Yeah.
She wants to take the other cousins. She's zooming. Oh, it's all a mess. She's just like, we gotta get out of here. And I probably would think the same thing too, though. To be honest, of like, I'm about to get like killed up and it's my fault. Like, it's me. I have to leave. She's running home. She runs into Peeta. Things are less dire all of a sudden. Like, she didn't end up going to Gale's house. She went home and starts talking with Peeta. So they're walking, and then there's all this commotion in the square. These peacekeeper outfits, but it's it's not the people that she knows. Do they mention that?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the normal peacekeepers. Yeah. This is some new people here. And there's a commotion going on. Gale's getting his booty whipped. And I don't know why. I haven't gotten that far. Because this is the end of chapter 7.
Yeah.
But Gale's getting his booty whipped. I think it's because he had a turkey when he was going home. Oh. He had just finished hunting. So if there's these new peacekeepers, everyone's cracking down. She had just told Gale everyone's cracking down because of all the uprisings. And he was like, whatever, I'm staying. And he leaves. First thing that happens is they probably grabbed him and they're like, you're hunting illegally. And now he's getting publicly whacked. So, which is so sad. Like, that is a terrible ending of our chapters this week.
Yeah. I feel like we have to do something lighthearted now.
Yeah. It is dark, it is scary, it is sad. Suzanne Collins, the author, she could do like a novella type of thing, which are stories that are like 100 pages or less, right? Maybe 200 pages, I can't remember, of like what happens in each of the districts. I'd be interested to see that, of like a catching fire, like 0.5 or something, 1.5, where you read kind of everything that happened while they were on their tour. I think that would be interesting. But I know no action would happen.
Yeah.
But maybe we would be able to see a little bit more of the feeling of all the districts. We can learn more about the districts a little bit. Could we sense some of them are doing more uprising stuff than others?
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting thing. I would petition for that.
Yeah. Although I bet District 1 wouldn't really. They'd be like, these.
District 1. And maybe we're not giving them enough credit. Like,
True.
maybe they're just
I bet there are some nice people in there, but.
Like, I think it's just the fact that the kids are trained so well for the Hunger Games. Like, that's the peak of your life.
It's illegal for them to train them.
Yeah, but they are.
Yeah, they do it.
Like, the kids
they do it as like they're like, oh, it's just part of their school,
their extracurricular activities, their schooling. That it makes you. But I mean, that's what a good parent would do. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like we give them too much hate, but at the same time, it's kind of where it's deserved.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just barely found out how big that book is. That thing is huge. I always thought it was like one of those like small like ones, like
hand for reference.
Yeah. Like I thought it was like one of like those regular ones, like regular sized books with like pictures.
No, it's a big. It's
like,
a textbook.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think my library doesn't have the Mockingjay one, so I'm kind of sad about that. I might buy it. I've really enjoyed it with the pictures, though. Like it really.
Like, is it just like every few pages?
Yeah, there's usually like one picture per chapter, but it really just kind of like. Not gonna say anything.
Dude, those are.
Like, I haven't even really looked at them. I'm kind of trying to keep them a little bit of a surprise.
They're amazing photos. Like,
yeah, it's
I'm like, did Suzanne Collins like draw these?
No, this is Nico Delort.
So he just kind of rephrased it, kind of like.
No, he just drew the pictures. The story is the exact same. It's the Susan Collins. It's the exact same as the audiobook, same as the paperback, whatever. But he just took certain parts of the book and wrote pictures. Or drew pictures about it.
I would like to see a whole book drawn of pictures for it.
That would be interesting.
Because that
would be a lot.
Yeah, but also that's what
like
a lot
of Victor Village.
I feel like that would just be so lonely because like it's described like they have like these massive rows of houses.
Yeah. And no one's
and there's only 3 people.
Right. Now it was only Haymitch for
and I'm like
the longest time.
It's like they never even like talked to Haymitch. Like he was like kind of like an outcast with them.
Right. Like self-inflicted though.
Yeah. Like but like I'm just wondering like how much do they actually like leave Victor's village? Like
I would think quite a bit. Like I think it's just a neighborhood sort of thing. Where they still have to go to the store, they still
unless you're Haymitch, he just drinks alcohol 24/7.
Well, eventually he has to go buy more.
True.
I think it's just a neighborhood thing. Like the Seam was on the outskirts of the capital. Victor's Village is the rich area, maybe by the capital area. So, I think it's more in the sense of that, rather than there's this little village of Victors and everything is there for them. Mm-hmm. I think it's just like a neighborhood or like a cul-de-sac, a gated community, if you will.
I don't even know what those look like.
The gated community. Yeah. It's like all the giant houses where celebrities live. And it has like a security guard to let you in and out.
It's been fun anyways.
Yeah, it's been fun. I do wish we could do this more often.
We can do this about once a year.
Yeah, hopefully a couple times a year. Next week is chapter 8 through 14.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, you haven't sent us a rating schedule.
I was just gonna do 7 chapters again. Unless you want to do more. I was just kind of basing it like at what you were comfortable with.
I'm like, I can read as many chapters as I need in one day.
Yeah. I kind of like the 7 just because my life's been a little crazy.
Yeah.
So it's not as aggressive.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit this subscribe button, smash that like button, and we'll see you in the next one.